And welcome everybody to week 6, and I have a few requests for a video to discuss APA paper. And for some of you, you've been doing this your entire academic career and you have no problems. For others, this was one of those OMG moments. What do I do? So let me sort of guide you through. So I gave you the link to the Purdue's OWL website that has all the templates, and it's a very good site, and I certainly do recommend those of you utilize that when you're writing papers, because they've really taken a lot of the extra work out of creating the documents and have created the entire templates. What I've also done is I have uploaded a paper that I just finished writing, and then I'll be publishing that. Kind of gives you an overview of how an APA paper should look. I'm not going to be doing major deductions if you don't adhere to APA exactly. In particular, for those of you that are doing this for the first time. So, again, as a psych professor, it's my job to at least introduce you to APA style of writing and sort of what that entails, because that allows me and others in the field, in the field of behavioral and social sciences that utilizes APA, to sort of read your papers through a standard common format. So let me turn around and sort of show you what I've done here. Okay, so here we are on the website for the class, and I have just uploaded a little thread. It says sample APA. Click on it, and then there's the link that will bring you to OWL, and again all of the basics and all the other information, templates and other things as well. So let's go back here, and here's a copy of what I've just uploaded for you to use as a guide. Okay, let's try to bring this over here. So you'll notice here that in this paper it's a pretty simple cover page, right? Running head, right? You have the title of your paper, your name. For you guys, it'll be Salem State. Now, in most APA papers as an abstract, you don't need to do that for this one, and you do not need to do the sort of contents page as well, right? Because it's really only a 6 to 8 page paper, so I pretty much know you're going to be staying on one sort of topic area. But then you come into sort of the meat of the paper, and if you turn around and you take a look at my opening line here, traditional psychodynamic theorists, again, you might say, well, who are they? Well, I've laid out and said I've used Adler, I used Erickson, I used Freud, I used Pleck, right? And, the idea that they have examined male psychological development through a series of connected stages, phases, or levels. And then what I do throughout the paper, if you take the time to sort of read through it, you don't need to read through all of it. I don't want to bore you all to death. But what I do is I basically lay out my opinion wrapped around the theory and theorists that's going to help form my statement. So again, here's an example where I'm referencing another researcher, Pollock in '98, Bergman in '91. Putting quotes, in here. You want to make sure that anything that you cite from a journal or from a text is given the appropriate credit to the person who said it or wrote it, right? And you'll find that I keep on going, I keep on going, I keep on going, and I keep on going, right? Some of you will get to page 21, you'll be like, oh my lord, that was more about male identity than I ever wanted to know. Well, that's good. Okay, so let me sort of come down to the end, and sort of I give a conclusion. And so if you want to read right at the end, I give sort of a conclusion statement, which basically summarizes everything that I have written. Okay. Now you'll notice that in most APA papers, we often tell you do not use I, but in my style of writing, I tend to put sort of a subjective narrative experience in there, and I do utilize I on occasion. So this is my own exception to the rule. And the last thing you're going to do is the references. And this is where you're going to turn around and you're going to put in every single text or journal that you used that you cited from. Do not give me everything that is written about your subject matter if you didn't reference it in here. That's the difference between a reference page and a bibliography. Right? So a reference page, I have mentioned at least every single one of these authors or articles in my paper. And the reason that that's there is that you can turn around and as you're reading along in a paper, for example here, Miller 98, citing Surrey, notes, blah 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 blah, page 53. That way I know that I can turn around and go down to the end in a reference page, and I can turn around and find Miller, and I know that I can actually go to this in case it's a paper that was published out of the Stone Center, and I can actually pull this up and I can actually find that specific citation that I referenced there to find out more information. Make sense? Okay, hopefully that was not too painful, and as I said, just use my paper as an example. Some of you may find it interesting, others may find it boring, and that's okay. One final thing, the final exam is up there, and some of you emailed me asking that it won't allow you to punch in the answers, and that's because I use one of those old-fashioned, you have to sort of download it, answer the questions, circle, copy it, upload it, or simply turn around and download the exam and write a separate answer page and then upload that one. I have not yet advanced to the stage where I have the time to enter in sort of an online exam where you can turn around and just click on the answers. I will get there, but definitely not this summer. So, but I hear you. I hear they can be frustrating. I apologize. I've tried to keep up with the technology and some of the other things that we've done here in the class, using some different mediums, and I just want to compliment you all. You've done a fantastic job taking a psych class during the summertime, in particular a very hot summer this year, 2016, and I look forward to your papers, your final summaries, and your PowerPoints. And any questions, email me or shoot me a text, and I'll talk to you then.